Daz Studio patrons. This is Not From This World, and I want to welcome you back to my tutorial series. Now, it's been a little while since I posted because I've been out of town and I've had a lot of things to do, but I'm back now and plan on getting back on schedule and posting every week. So today, I thought I would talk a little bit more about layered imaging editor. It is so cool, and I want to show you a little trick with it. And so we're going to be using this product from Daz Studio called the Teensy L.I.E tattoos for Genesis 3 and 8 because Milika is a Gen 8 character, of course. Now, I don't usually like tattoos on girls. Sometimes it's kind of sexy, but with Milika, we're going to keep this simple. But these are layered image editor tattoos. So if you're not familiar with layered image editor, what it does is it just puts an image on top of your character's skin without affecting the skin at all. And then you can change it, move it around, delete it, hide it, whatever you need to do. And you're never actually manipulating your character at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a tattoo to Milika, and that tattoo is positioned in a certain place. But I'm going to show you how you can put it anywhere on her body that you want. Okay, so I've got the Teensy L.I.E tattoo bundle right here. And I think what I'm going to add is just a nice little scorpion tattoo. And if you look, this is kind of a neat product because it shows you the tattoo and then it shows you where they're going to place it on your character. So if you look at this little dog with the hearts, it's going to be on her right side neck. And so I'm going to add the tattoo simply by double clicking. And you can see her tattoo is right there on her neck. Now, I don't want this tattoo on her neck. I like the tattoo, but I don't like it on her neck. So what I can do is go into our layered image editor and I can put this tattoo anywhere I want. So what I'm going to do, because it's going to be a little more appealing, is I'm going to take this tattoo, the same tattoo, and I'm going to put it right about here on her little abdomen. And that is going to look better. Alright, so to move this tattoo, I'm going to have Milika selected in my Scene tab. I'm going to go to Surfaces, and then under Surfaces I need to find her, and I'm going to use the drop-down menu to go to Surfaces. From Surfaces, we're going to scroll down to Torso, and under Torso, I'm going to select Base, and with the base color here, I'm going to select the picture that's got Milika's torso. We're going to select that, and if you look in the menu, Layered Image Editor is right here. I'm going to click on that. Now we have Milika's torso displayed in the Layered Image Editor, and you can see that there is the tattoo that I added. We actually have two layers. Like I said, we are layering different images on top of each other. So we have Milika's torso, and then we have this new layer that's got the tattoo. And if you have seen some of my other videos, you know that we can add whatever we want to our character. I've added tattoos, I've made my own tattoos, I've made scratches, scars, marks on the body. Whatever you want, you can do with Layered Image Editor. But in this case, this product just puts the tattoo in a designated place on the torso of the character. Now, we do have some limitations. Like, I can't move this scorpion tattoo to her arms and legs because they are a different texture map. I can move it anywhere, however, on her torso. And so what we're going to do is a couple things. We're going to move the tattoo over here to her tummy, and then we're also going to make it a little bit bigger. So that is our goal. Now, to move the tattoo, it's actually really easy. Just make sure that the tattoo layer is selected, and then you can come over here and you can see there's a little hand. I can grab it and I can pull it and move it by clicking on my mouse and dragging my mouse. Now you can see this is very awkward. I mean, I am getting it moved, but it doesn't move like you'd think it should. So you just have to be patient with this. And see, I'm finally kind of moving it down into the area that I want. This is just Daz Studio, you know. It's not perfect, but you can see I've moved that tattoo down to where approximately I want it. Okay, now I also want this tattoo larger. And so with that layer selected, you can see I can actually move it with the X and Y position right here. So I can just type in a number like 500 and it'll move it. See how it moved that tattoo. So I can actually change the position by just typing in if you don't want to drag. But how we are going to enlarge it is exactly the same way. So I have a X scale and a Y scale, and it's at 100%. I can make these numbers bigger, and it's going to make my scorpion tattoo larger. Now, we don't want to go too big all at once, because what I've noticed is the tattoo will just move off of the screen and it's hard to find. So we're just going to move up in increments, and I'm going to keep the X and Y scale even so that the tattoo doesn't look funny. But let's go up by 120% to start with the X. And as it gets bigger, you can see it's moving. So because it moved, I need to keep it on the screen. So I'm going to just keep dragging and making things larger. So with the Y scale, I'm going to go to 120 as well. And I think we should make it even bigger. Let's go to 140. Hopefully that doesn't take it off the screen. But you can see it is certainly moving it. And let's do 140 for the Y scale. And now we're starting to get a bigger tattoo. You can see it's starting to get bigger. And I'm just going to keep dragging it kind of into its place that I want it. That's okay for now. Let's go up to 160. See how I'm kind of going in increments just so I can keep track of where that tattoo is. Because if I lose it off of my layer here, it's going to be impossible to get back unless I shrink it. So that looks pretty good. So I'm going to put this approximately where I think I might want it. Right about there. And once we have the tattoo placed and resized and we're happy with it, I'm just going to hit accept. Let's see where it looks. So now the tattoo moved from Milika's neck right down to her little abdomen. And I think that looks pretty good. You know, as far as the tattoo goes, that's not bad. I think girls with tattoos, they need to be subtle and just kind of cute little additions to their sexy body. And I think Milika did a good job here of choosing this tattoo. So now that I like this tattoo, I'm going to have to do one more thing that's really important. I'm going to have to put the same layered image editor tattoo on the Translucency color tab. So what I need to make sure I do is go back to my base and go back to my layered image editor. And I'm going to have to note what my X and Y positions are and my scale. So you might need to write this down actually. And I'm going to do that very thing where I'm going to write down my X and Y. So if you look, I mean, luckily it's pretty simple. My X position is going to be a negative 997. And my Y position is just going to be a positive 1007, and both of my scales are at 160%. So what I'm going to need to do now is go to this translucency color, click on the picture, go to layered image editor, and this is a problem that we just have to deal with, but you can see that my scorpion tattoo is in its original place. So what I have to do is just make sure that scorpion layer is selected and then just punch in those numbers. So I'm going to go into my X position and type in -997. And then for my Y position, I'm going to select 1007. For my X scale, it's 160. And then for my Y scale, it's 160. And then boom, I've got the tattoo in the right place. I just hit accept. And now everything is in position. So I've got the tattoo correct for both my base color and now my translucency color. Remember, you have to match both of these. Otherwise, I'm going to have a remnant. That translucency color is going to show up and my tattoo won't be black or whatever color we want it. It'll always be off color. I hope this simple little trick helped you and you can add L.I.E to your list of things to look into if you haven't tried it yet, because it is super cool. And just remember, you can move your items anywhere in the L.I.E window by just dragging and resizing. All right, let's render this up and get a thumbnail. I hope you enjoy my videos. Please like, subscribe, and give me comments. I would really like to hear some ideas from you. As summer approaches, I want to start making videos more on a regular basis, so I would really appreciate your input. All right, let's get Cutie rendered up. And until next time, happy rendering and have a great rest of your weekend.